Greetings all you whiskey swiggers, this is Mark from WhiskyWhistle bringing you whiskey review number 35. Today we're going to be looking at another Glenmorangie. And if you've been watching WhiskyWhistle, you'll know that there's been quite a few bottles thus far. And well, including this one today, there will be many more in fact, because it is my favorite distillery in Scotland in fact. Anyway, so today Glenmorangie, the Nectar D'Or. Nectar D'Or, this is one of their extra matured varieties, of which there are 3. Excuse me, and this particular one has been extra matured for 2 more years in Sauternes casks. And well, I've heard that maybe those are actually Chateau Yquem's own Sauternes casks, in fact, because it's owned by the same company. Anyway, let's pour a little bit of the Nectar D'Or. And this is another bottle on loan to me from my father-in-law. So, Abonim, if you're watching, thank you so much. Don't worry, I'm leaving some in the bottle. Just enough for a few more glasses. I'll have to bring him something else as well, I think. The extra matured range, or you may call that finished, cask finishing or acing as it may be known. This is a process where after the whiskey has already matured in its basic cask, be it a bourbon cask or a port cask or a sherry cask, then it's the spirit, the whiskey is transferred to another cask, a different cask, with something different about it to age for more time, which could be anywhere from, well, weeks to years, possibly longer. Anyway. And Glenmorangie appears to be the pioneer of this technique, and that all started with Dr. Bill Lumsden, who is the I believe the director of whiskey creation is his title at Glenmorangie, and he's rolling by on the screen. You'll see him soon. This was sort of his idea, his big idea, and now most distilleries in Scotland and other parts of the world do some kind of finishing or extra maturing to some of their whiskeys now. So isn't that interesting? This is 46% ABV. It's non-chill filtered. Hopefully there isn't any color added, but we don't know. Let that sit for a minute or two. Non-chill filtered. We already talked about the fact of being extra matured. Okay, well, yeah, not much else. So why don't we just get right into that? Before so, I will put a little advertisement. So there'll be a short ad right about now. Okay, so let's get into the nosing, the tasting, and we'll also see how this finishes. Okay. You will notice there is a bit of a white wine aspect to this. And what I'm getting is a kind of a wine gum candy flavor, candy scent coming through. Bring my notes over here. And some dried fruits, dried mango and dried pineapple, the sugared kind. There's a little bit of spice in there as well, and some soft vanilla. And if you let this sit for a while, you'll notice some strawberry jam notes coming through as well. And yeah, it's coming through in the background there. Okay, well, why don't we taste that? Cheers, everyone. Cheers, Abonim. That's my father-in-law. That's it's his dad in Korean. Here we go. Well, it's dry. It's got a sour sweetness to it. A little bit of spice. Sweet white wine. Some wild berries in there. Savory spices. Basil and tarragon. Let's try that one more time. You really notice the white wine on the palate. Okay, what about the finish? White pepper, so a little bit peppery, slightly grassy. It's dry. There's also a vanilla mintiness to it as well. Okay, all right, so that's neat. Now let's try that with a little bit of water. We'll put in 1 healthy teaspoon and just a dash more. There. Now, I've mentioned this before, but Glenmorangie was the brand that really got me back into Scotch whiskey, I guess roughly in about the year 2011. I think 2010, around Christmas time, I traveled back to Canada. I'm living here in Korea, in Seoul. And anyway, at the duty free, I picked up a bottle of Glenmorangie, the Sonalta PX Pedro Jimenez, which is, I mean, if you read reviews of it, it's a doozy. That is a real cracker of a whiskey, as they say in Scotland. And boy, I just absolutely loved it. And that really got me interested in this brand. So hats off to Glenmorangie for producing those special editions, the limited editions, because I think it really brings a lot of people into the brand and into Scotch whiskey. I dabbled in Scotch whiskey in my early 20s, but you know, it was never something that I would buy a bottle of. It was just, okay, I'm going out. I don't really like beer. Didn't like beer at the time. Was kind of sick of gin and tonic and so on. So I would try some different Scotch whiskeys, generally single malts. Anyway, so 2011, this is the brand that pulled me back into the Scotch whiskey end of things. And here I remain, clearly. With water, as you can expect, it's a bit sweeter. Some more candy sort of notes coming through there. I've written here sugar and spice. A little bit of mint coming through now, and some more vanilla. Okay. We'll taste that again. Really brings out the sweetness. You get more vanillas. Still a strong white wine aspect to it. And then along with some astringency, astringency, like apple core and peach pits. And the finish, getting more vanilla. Some good tannins. honeydew. And it's a little bit peppery. Anyway, very interesting sort of upgrade to the regular 10-year-old. And score-wise, the WhiskyWhistle whiskey score for Glenmorangie Nectar D'Or, the Nectar D'Or, I should have read the, is 86 out of 100. And I've got some notes here. What does it say? Comments, good consistency with the brand. So again, it's unmistakably Glenmorangie. And a very interesting progression from the original. Quite unusual white wine flavors. It's done a pretty good job of mixing together the bourbon, typical whiskey notes from the bourbon casks, along with the white wine casks. And the pepperiness, it's white pepper, which is a bit milder. Quite nice. My favorite thing about this particular whiskey is the nose. Okay. Well, I guess that's about that. So thanks for tuning in. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. That way you'll keep up with the whiskey whistlings. And feel free to make a comment or suggest a bottle for me to review in the future. I really do enjoy hearing from you. And well, that's all from me here at WhiskyWhistle. So take care and please drink responsibly, okay? Keep it quality, a little bit less than you normally drink. Up the value a little bit maybe. That way you'll want to savor it a little bit more, okay? And it'll be better for your body, perhaps even better for your pocketbook in the long run. Who knows, okay? All right, take care, and we'll see you again next time.